Good afternoon, everyone. Miri Marshall here with the weather update. We now have some storms starting to pop up in our western suburbs. A few of them have had severe thunderstorm warnings, and we'll see more of that spreading into the immediate D.C. metro area by later on this afternoon. The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm watch for our area until 7 o'clock this evening. So let's talk about what's going on right now and what's going to be happening soon. So we do have this thunderstorm just approaching the Hagerstown area. It is packing some lightning and heavy rain. No warning on it yet, but some of these storms are still strong, even if they are below severe criteria. Moving across the region, we can see that just west of D.C., around the accident area, we did have some shower and storm activity. It has since moved a little bit further over to the east around the Keiser area, and we'll continue to see these storms progress. So all of the region is included in this severe thunderstorm watch. A watch means that severe thunderstorms are possible. The ingredients are there for severe storms to work their way into the area. So it includes Frederick, Gaithersburg, D.C., Waldorf, Andrews, the Eastern Shore, not quite in it, but you could still see some stronger to severe storms in these areas as well. So we'll watch to see how this trend will pan out. I want to go through Futurecast and talk about the timing and the impact of some of these storms. Here's a look at 2:30 today. At this point, I'm expecting to see more storms pop up into the region. Now, they'll be scattered out, so everyone may not get one at the exact same time, but the possibility is there that at some point you're going to get a storm to pass over your neighborhood. Advancing the clock to about 3:30 or so this afternoon, and we can still see numerous showers and storms breaking out. Again, they are scattered, but they are there. They can pack heavy rain, gusty, damaging wind, hail, even an isolated tornado cannot be ruled out. Although I think that chance is low, it is certainly possible, so we do have to watch out for that. This is Sunday at 3:30 p.m. And then here's 4:30 in the afternoon. We're still seeing these scattered showers and storms, and we're also looking at that same activity at 5:30 in the evening, 6 o'clock, all the way through 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening. By 7:30, we'll gradually see these storms shifting a little bit further south and east of the area. And I'm thinking that after about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, that most of these storms will be clearing the region, including along the eastern shore and into southern Maryland. So the afternoon into early evening is going to be active, and we're looking at that possibility for the stronger to severe storms. So what are we looking out for? The possibility of heavy rain is certainly there. Tornado and hail threat is rather low, but the wind threat, I think, is higher than these two, because we will have a little bit of rotation in some of these storms. That could make them a little bit stronger. That could make them last longer and give us the damaging winds that could lead to power outages, trees being toppled, things of that nature that could be hazardous to us as we go out and about. So again, storms producing gusty winds and hail possible. Key timing for the immediate D.C. metro area is going to be roughly 2 p.m. till about 8 o'clock or so. And once you get past 7 o'clock, the showers get a little bit lighter. Again, the impacts are snap trees, power outages, and your outdoor plans will likely have to come inside with these showers and storms. It's all happening because we have a cold front that is on the way, along with some low pressure, and that is going to trigger off these showers and storms that we will see. Otherwise, high temperatures today will be in the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees or so. One of the big things that we're watching, there is a huge outdoor event. Obviously, the Commanders game taking on the Eagles today. I can't guarantee that you're going to be dry at this game. At some point, you're going to get some showers and storms to pass along. It's going to be You're going to be in a vulnerable position being outside with a shower or storm. If there's lightning, it's simply not safe to be outside. I would suggest that you have a plan to maybe get back to your car, and maybe if it starts storming, don't wait to ride out the storm to continue your tailgating. Once the game is over, get into your vehicle and try to safely make your way home. Temperatures in the mid to upper 70s at that point. But again, at some point during the game, it could be a light shower at the start of the game. You can have a few dry hours, and then toward the end of the game, you can start to see those storms rolling in. So do be careful. Use all precautions as you are heading outside. Now, for the next few days, we're going to see temperatures work their way back into the 70s for most of the week. By Wednesday, we'll even see highs in the mid 80s, in the upper 60s, excuse me. Now, another thing that we're watching is going to be this tropical storm Ian that could become our next major hurricane. It is slated to become a hurricane later on tonight into early tomorrow morning, first passing by the tip of Cuba and then getting out into the Gulf of Mexico, where it will continue to strengthen and become a Category 4 storm potentially at some point. It could weaken just a little bit before it makes landfall in Florida, somewhere along the Panhandle or Central Florida, but it's still going to bring a lot of impact with this particular system. So just looking at how it treks across, this is going to be Tuesday heading into Wednesday, and then by Thursday heading into Friday, we could see this storm making an impact across Florida and then quickly being torn apart as it works its way further inland. It'll still be a low pressure system, but not quite have all that it will take to be a tropical system. With that being said, we could still see some light showers and associated with at least some of that moisture that's going to be left over from what was going to be Ian, but I don't see a direct hit to our area at this time. And it's still pretty early out to determine those kinds of things. But again, this is look at your 7-day forecast. You've got temperatures 77 Monday, 73 Tuesday, much better weather as at least you head back to work. Upper 60s Wednesday, 70 on Thursday, 71 Friday, and then we could see some showers next Saturday. All right, let's return you to our main focus of this update, which is the fact that we could see some severe storms working their way in the area by the afternoon. We already have a few that have popped up west of D.C., and we've been warning about this throughout the morning, and now it looks like the conditions are really coming together to produce the potential for those severe storms. Mainly some wind shear that could give those storms a little bit of rotation. It also helps the storms to stick around a little longer instead of just popping up and dying out. Those storms can last a bit longer and therefore get stronger, cause a little bit more problems for us out there. The entire DMV is under this watch until 7 o'clock this evening. It includes D.C., Leesburg, Gaithersburg, Manassas, Frederick, Winchester, even up through Culpeper. Now, you don't see necessarily the eastern shore on here. It doesn't mean that you're not going to see storms. You are, and some of them could certainly be strong. So we do have to watch out for that as well along the eastern shore. You should be guarded, especially with your outdoor plans later on this afternoon and this evening. Here's what's marching our way right now. We can see just some scattered showers and storms gradually pushing in over western Maryland right now, but pretty soon in the next, I'd say, hour or two, we're going to see them work their way into the immediate D.C. metro area. So right now we do have a storm that's just south of the Hagerstown area and then one over western Maryland. This one is still a far ways out from Winchester, so it'll be a while before it gets there if it holds. You could see some heavy lightning in Winchester shortly, and also you could see some of that heavy rain associated with this particular system as well. So again, the region is under a severe thunderstorm watch until 7 o'clock this evening. We had the threat for damaging wind. We could see some heavy rain, some hail, even an isolated tornado cannot be ruled out. The key timing for these storms to impact the immediate D.C. metro area is going to be from 2 p.m. till about 8 p.m. and that is going to be your most active weather time frame. It doesn't mean it's going to storm that entire time. That's just the time that you're going to see the most active weather work its way in. All right, let's do one more round of Futurecast just to help you plan out around this particular system. So here's today at 2:30 in the afternoon. At this point, more areas in D.C. are starting to see some of that rain work its way in. Right now, we're seeing some hit or miss showers and storms around the Hagerstown area and into western Maryland and West Virginia. But by 2:30, 3 o'clock, they're going to be in the immediate D.C. metro area. This is a look at 3:30. Here we start to see numerous showers and storms popping up. They're still scattered, but there are more of them that are scattered about, and they could produce that heavy rain and those damaging gusty winds that we are concerned about. Everywhere that you see a red and orange color, that's where we're looking at the potential for the heavy rain, which could really be anywhere within here, but just keep in mind that that is a possibility. So that could make it a bit hazardous if you're driving. That rain is coming down. You can hardly see a bit in front of you. This is today at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. More scattered showers and storms pushing their way into the area, and we'll just continue to see this activity until that front begins to push east of the area. So we're going to be in the thick of it until that front clears. This is today at 6 o'clock in the evening. Still some scattered showers and storms. Any one of them will be able to produce the gusty winds and the hail. This is Sunday at 6 o'clock in the evening, and then this is Sunday at 6:30 p.m. So we're still seeing those showers and storms. Now, if you're further west along Oakland and Cumberland and even up through Hagerstown, you're going to be some of the first in line to clear out of this stormy activity. This is at 8 o'clock in the evening. At that point, I'm expecting more areas to gradually start to see those storms move out of their neighborhoods and sink a little bit further south and east. So if you're wondering the timing, hey, when is this going to be hitting in the immediate DC metro area? That timing is going to be roughly 2 p.m. until about 8 p.m. Anytime within that window is when you can see those showers and storms happen. I know a lot of people often wonder, well, when is it going to hit my neighborhood? So if you live anywhere within the immediate DC metro area, that includes Loudoun County, Montgomery County, Prince George's, DC, up through Manassas, Culpeper, Fredericksburg, Andrews, all those areas between 2:30 and roughly about 7, 8 o'clock is when you're going to notice the most activity in your neighborhoods. And then once we get past 8 o'clock, we'll still see a few showers and storms over southern Maryland at the eastern shore, but they will also be soon heading out of the area. So let us know if you have some questions or concerns. You can reach out to us on Facebook and Twitter as well. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. If you need something specific about your neighborhood to be answered, we are happy to get that answered for you, to get you to make sure that you have clarity on what's going to be happening. All right, again, so we're seeing some storms working their way over the West Virginia area and even into parts of western Maryland. There's a storm just south of Hagerstown right now, about to work its way into the Baltimore suburbs. Immediate DC metro area. While you're not seeing any storm activity now, don't let your guard down, because pretty soon we are going to see these storms pushing into the metro. Again, they may be scattered, but they will be there, and so it could force your outdoor plans to come inside. You certainly want to take some cover if there's lightning. I can't emphasize enough, it is just not safe to be outside if there is lightning. You know, earlier this year, unfortunately, we had the tragedy of a deadly lightning strike not far from the White House that took 3 lives. So it's a very dangerous thing, and being outside increases your chances. Also, if you haven't heard a word I've said on this, I hope you hear this. Do not stand under a tree if a storm is coming. It is not a good place for shelter. It just makes that lightning stroke easier to connect. And also, if there is gusty, damaging winds and you're standing by that tree and that tree is vulnerable and it falls over, you don't want to be standing around it when that happens. So the best place to take cover is indoors. If you can't get indoors, at least try to get inside your car to get some cover taken. So I know that it's still quiet in DC right now and across most of the immediate metro, but we're trying to give you that heads up that showers and storms are coming this afternoon, and they could be strong to severe. It's what we talked about earlier this morning on Wake Up Washington, and what we're still talking about this afternoon to give you the most warning. Again, storms right now mainly over West Virginia, getting closer to Winchester though, and there is some shower activity pushing just south of Hagerstown. It was a storm, and now it's no longer a storm. It's just heavy rain. It's pushing into the Baltimore suburbs as we speak, but we still have all of this on the way that'll have to make its way over here into our area, and that is what could give us that chance for the stronger severe storms. Let's look at Futurecast once again. So this is today at 2:30 p.m. Around that time, I'm expecting more of those storms to begin to work their way into the immediate metro area. So if you are in Fairfax, Vienna, if you're in Manassas, Culpeper, DC, if you're in Prince George's County and College Park or Hyattsville, any of those areas at that time could begin to see some shower and storm activity. We do know there's the big Commanders game happening today against the Eagles. Lots of people going to be outdoors. Hopefully they'll get a light shower to pass, and some of the stronger storms will skip over that area. But the possibility is, if you are going out to the game, that you could get caught up in one of those stronger storms. I cannot guarantee that that's not going to happen today. This is at 3:30 p.m. Here's some potential storm activity over DC and Prince George's County and up towards Martinsburg, Frederick, even Loudoun County. The far western edge of Loudoun County could be getting some storm activity at that time, along with Manassas and Culpeper. That's at 3:30 in the afternoon. This is at 4:30. Again, we're continuing to see scattered showers and storms, but they are spread out quite wide. So that's going to be our active time during those hours of 4, 5, 6, 7 p.m. And then this is your Sunday at 5:30 p.m. We're still dealing with the scattered showers and storms. This is at 6 o'clock. There's still some rain out there. We'll gradually begin to see some of the heavier rain shift its way a little further over to the east. And this is at 6:30 p.m. Of course, still some scattered showers and storms there. And then by 7, 8 o'clock, we'll see these storms gradually drop to the south and the east. If you're in places like southern Maryland, the eastern shore, you're probably going to be last in line to get those storms out of there because they're going to come at you later and they're going to leave just a little bit later. But by 10 o'clock or so, most of us should see these showers and storms pushing out of the area, and it'll be a much more quiet night. It's just the afternoon and evening hours that we are concerned about some of those stronger storms popping up. From the WSA9 Weather Center, I am Miri Marshall. My colleague Michaela Lucero is also on the way in, and she will also be giving live updates on YouTube and Facebook pages just to keep you informed of what's happening in the neighborhood, just in case you have some outdoor plans on this Sunday. Take care, everyone, and stay safe.